Hello, everyone. Welcome back, my beloved kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Father, for another wonderful and amazing day. Welcome to another Crafty Vision segment. In this video, y'all, I am doing another voiceover, so please bear with me. We are going to make and create an earring that you can turn into a pendant. You can use this, you can create this earring and you can turn it into a pendant. But this is one of my videos that I had in my archives that I am bringing back, and I had to remove, of course, y'all know the music. So let's go ahead and get into it. This wire that I am showing y'all right now is some 12 gauge aluminum wire that I am going to be using for this tutorial. I used to purchase this wire from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree no longer sells this wire, okay? Just putting that out there. They do not sell it. I don't see it. I don't see them sell it in the stores. But you can find 12 gauge aluminum wire at Hobby Lobby. You can also find it at Michael's now. All right, so you're going to need some 12 gauge aluminum wire. You're going to need some round nose pliers, wire cutters, of course, a ruler as well. So as you can see, I am opening up this package and I am going to cut my wire 14 inches long, okay? If I'm not mistaken, I believe the wire that I used to get from the Dollar Tree used to be at least 60 inches. So I am going to be cutting, like I said, 14 inches to make and create this design that we are going to be doing today, okay? Now, I won't be showing y'all how to add on a fish hook or anything like that. I'm actually going to show you the technique on how to make these earrings. So, as you can see, I am cutting my wire, like I said, 14 inches. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my wire, as you can see. Now, you want to try to bend it, and when you bend it, you want to make sure that your pieces are even. If they are not even, do not get upset. Just try to make sure that the ends are as even as possible. So now what you see me doing is I am taking and I'm squeezing it down at the opposite end, because that is the end that I am going to start. And you're going to take your flat nose pliers. Now, if you have some nylon pliers, you can use your nylon pliers to do this. But I use some flat nose pliers to just go and try to squeeze it in as much as possible. And what you see me doing now is I'm taking my round nose pliers, my 3-in-1 round nose pliers, and I'm squeezing it in. And then I'm going to just squeeze it to make it nice and flat, if at all possible, okay? So that's what you see me doing now, just trying to make it. And now you see me going in and squeezing it, giving it a little indentation. And then what you're going to see me do next is I'm going to be making my first loop. Okay. Now, once you get it hard, you can see me taking the pliers, coming down to the end, and making like a circle almost. Just making a loop, just like that. And another thing that you can do with this too is once you get the desired look that you want, you can hammer these to make them really stiff, okay? So you can take your hammer and you can hammer it to make it stiff. And basically what I'm doing now is I am going in and I am taking one piece at a time And what you want to do is you want to make sure you leave a little bit of space in between. So you do one piece and then you do the opposite piece. As you can see me doing, and like I said, you can take and hammer this to make it nice and flat. And you're just going to do this. You're just going to go around, all the way around. And like I said, as you're going around, you want to leave some space in between. Okay, because you want it to be exactly. You want everything to come together. Okay, and this is pretty much what you should have. All right, this is your desired design. And then you're going to go on both ends and you're going to make a loop. Now, as you can see my finger motion, you want to make sure that you put your loops in the center. You want everything to be lined up in the center. So your loops that you're creating, you want to make sure that it's lined up just like that, just like I'm showing you, so that everything can be within sync and balanced. Okay, and like I said, you can definitely take a hammer once you get it to the desired design. You can take your hammer and hammer it. And if one piece is bigger than the other, do not. The one thing about art, y'all, is that art is art. Art is art. So that's what you're going to have. And like I said, you can hammer it down. You can add on jump rings. You can add on your fish hook. You can add on another bead if you want to. And you can also, like I said, turn this into a pendant. But you can also take a hammer and hammer it. And whatever side you choose to put your hook on is completely up to you. And right now I'm just showing you how you want everything lined up so that, it'll do what it needs to be done. This design was simple and very, very easy. And like I said, you can use, this is 12 gauge aluminum wire that I have chose to use. You can use any other wire, but for this design, I used 12 gauge because I thought that would definitely be a better suit for this design. So thank y'all so much for watching. Peace and blessings, everyone. Until my next upload. See ya.